everyone, welcome to She Drives Data's Tableau classes. Today we are going to discuss the marks section in Tableau. If you missed out on our previous class, I have given its link in the description section of this video. You can also access it through our channel. So first things first, we'll open a new file. File, new. Sorry, my system's a bit slow. Connect to data. We're connecting an Excel file today. Yes. So we've connected our Superstore data. It's executing. Yep. Now, as I mentioned in the previous tutorial, these are the sheets, our sheets of data. We select the orders sheet today for our visualization. And now we'll go to sheet 1. Yep. So this is our worksheet, and this is where we'll work on our visualizations. Like I mentioned in the previous class, these are dimensions and these are measures. Dimensions are non-aggregatable entities, and measures are those entities that can be aggregated, right? For example, profit, sales, numeric quantities, they can be aggregated. And dimensions are non-numeric characters and entities, and for example, IDs, zip codes, etc., that cannot be aggregated. Longitude, latitude. Oh, no, longitude, latitude is measure, sorry. Yeah, postal code, product ID, those cannot be aggregated, right? So those are dimensions. Now I want you to pay attention to two entities in dimensions and measures: measure names and measure values. Measure names contain all the names of your measures like discount, profit, sales, etc. And measure values contain all the values of your measures, same measures like discount, profit, and quantity, etc. All these values are contained in this entity as a We will see in a minute how these measure names and measure values are useful. Now these are our fields. Dimensions and measures are our fields like city, country, profit, quantity. These are our fields, and we drag and drop these fields here. This is our view. We drag and drop these fields here to create visualizations, data summaries, etc. So let's consider a simple example. Let's find out the total number of records in this data set. So let's drag the total number of records, and we'll drag it to the marks field, and we'll just put it as text. See, we get this output. The output is 9,994. Now this is the total number of records that we have in our data set, and we wanted to represent it as text, so we add it to the text card, right? Now we'll add what if we decide to represent it as size? We'll just put it as size. See, it became a small square. Since this is a single entity, we don't have anything to compare against. It just gave us a small square. Now what if we represent it as a color? See, this is our color. It's just one entity. Sum of number of records is 9,994. So what did we understand from this example? We understand that we added context and detail to this entity number of records. There are several ways in which we added details like color, label. We saw it in the form of text. So this is what marks cards are used for, and this is a very useful section. There we have different kinds of bar, line, area, many ways in which this little data point can be represented. Let's just choose one. See, it's a bar. This is bar that appeared. What if you use pi? See, you get it in different kinds of in different contexts, where in whatever context you want to see it, you have the option of choosing that. Now let's work with dimensions and measures together. So I want to see how much profit we acquired from each city. So I'll add city to rows, See, I got the list of city here, and I'll add profit to text. Simple. See, I got a table with the details. What if I put profit as size? We get relative sizes of each data point, right? How much each city has made in profits. Instead of profit, what if I want to put sales? I'll make it a size, say it's more clearly visible. And here we have the legend, what each size represent, how much sales does it represent. Now I can add it as color. See, different color for different sales, and this is the range of colors, and we can change the colors here as well. We can edit colors, choose this, we can have this, see, a variety of colors. See, Los Angeles, this has large scales compared to the rest. Similarly, you have many options to work with the marks card. And the beauty about Tableau is that a lot of times Tableau itself decides what is the best option for your data. I'll just take you through that. Remove. Now, one of the clever things about Tableau is that it automatically decides for itself the best possible visualization or summary for your data. Even if you're a newbie, it'll help you a lot. So let's see what happens if we are not putting anything in the marks card. Okay, you're just putting it as row and columns, and watch how Tableau decides which is the best visualization for you. Okay, what if we'll start with 2 dimensions. Okay, I'll select category in columns, and I'll put city in rows. See, it automatically becomes a text. It chooses the text marks card automatically. Now, what if we put 2 measures? I put profit in rows and sales in columns. It'll automatically take a shape. Tableau selects a shape card to represent these 2 fields together. What if we take a dimension and a measure? I want to find out the profit made by each category. So I'll put rows and I'll put profit columns. It automatically selected a bar chart, and if you hover your mouse over these bar, you will find these data represented here in these little boxes, and you see category and profit. And what if we put a date? We didn't work with date. Yes, we have to work on date a lot later on. It's a very interesting entity. So we'll put date in rows, and we'll pick a measure, discount, in columns. Sorry, we'll put this. Yeah, if you do this, you'll get a line chart. Automatically Tableau selects a line chart. Let's play around more with these marks. So what if I select a category in rows, and I want to see the amount of sales. Sales as text. Yeah. So in this case, I've got the sales here. Now I want to see what is the percentage of furniture sales compared to all other sales. Yeah. So I want all these numbers to be represented as percentages. So it's very simple. You just go to this field over here where we have dragged and drop. We'll go to quick table calculation, and if we do quick table calculation, it'll give you all these options. You can choose any one. So I'll choose percentage of total. Yeah, percentage of total. So I get this 3 values. So I get percentage of furniture sold, percentage of office supplies sold, percentage of technology sold. Now let's look at each of these marks separately, these options. Yeah. So let's first look at bar mark. Bar marks are usually used when you have to compare between categories, and we have a category here: furniture, technology, and office supplies, right? So we'll compare these categories. I'll drag this dimension right here. Oh my god. Yeah. Here, and I will select sales. I want sales to be represented here. See, I can compare between 3 categories. Office supplies. So color category is represented by colors, and sales in the by these bars. So there's another field here called segments. Yeah. Add these to the column to make it interesting. Yeah. Consumer, corporate, home office. These are the sales in these 3 segments in each of these categories. These 3 categories. See how much information we are getting from this small graph, and it was so easy to make. You don't have to select data, you don't have to add it, you don't have to figure out a lot of complicated visualizations. You just have to drag and drop. And similarly, it's very easy and a lot of fun to play around with this data like this, and you get a lot of insight without spending too much time on the technicalities of it, right? So let us look at line charts, right? The next mark is line mark. So lines are usually represented are usually used for representing data that flows over time. If you want to see trends that occur over a period of time, then you want to represent using a line chart. And don't worry, Tableau does that automatically for you. If you add this category and sales, you have this data. And what if we add the date? Time is represented by date, right? So okay, let's see order date. See, we see the sales over the years from 2014 to 17 of each of these categories. Now what if I want to see quarter wise? In each quarter of these years, I want to figure out how much furniture I've sold, how much office supplies I've sold, and how much technology I've sold. You just click plus and you see Q1, Q3, Q4, Q5. Sorry, not Q5, Q4. Yeah, and if you click plus again, you see month-wise breakup. And if you click plus again, you see day-wise breakup. This is really amazing, right? Now if you want to go back to year, you just press this minus. Yeah. Goes back to quarter, goes back to year. Now if you want to see this is fine, you can understand. Now what if I want to see the month-wise data? We just do this. Remove quarter. Sorry. Remove quarter. Yeah, you see this data, but this is, you want to see the month-wise trend, right? But this is quite confusing, right? So in this case, we can use an area chart. An area chart will help you see trends more easily compared to line chart when you go to deeper granular level. At a high level, line chart is good, but if you want to see this kind of visualization for easier understanding, area chart is the best. So we've learned a lot today. We've learned the basics of marks card, what it's used for. We've created some basic visualizations, and what I would suggest is go home and open your systems, download Tableau, work on these things, practice. You'll have a lot of fun playing around with these visualizations, I guarantee you. And tomorrow we'll work further on marks. We'll work further on marks cards, and we'll create much more interesting visualizations. So let's save our workbook. Go to File, go to Tableau, save to Tableau public as. You need to sign in. Sign in. You save these files on the cloud. It won't be saved on your systems. You save it as Tableau tutorial sample exercise 1. Yeah. So make sure you save these files once you're done, because what if accidentally your system gets shut down or something happens, your work will go off. So make sure you save it each time you work on it, because that has happened to me several times. I just did not save my work for days and days, and finally I couldn't save it at all. I couldn't save it on the cloud. And I had to redo the entire thing, which was very tedious. My parents were really pissed off at me too, because I was throwing a tantrum. Yeah. Yeah, save complete. Got it. I'll do it later. Yeah, got it. See, it's saved. My file is saved. Sample exercise. Now even you guys can access this, whatever we worked on. But in the coming days, we'll work on much more better visualizations. These are just basic tutorials. Okay, so keep practicing, and I'll see you tomorrow with the next class on the marks card. Subscribe to us to get our updates, join our community at Shiro's app, or visit our website where we talk a lot of data science.